Do you worry about how a potential recession or economic slowdown might affect you and your finances? Assuming that you have some time to prepare, you can put your fears to rest because there are many everyday habits the average person can implement to protect themselves ahead of time from the sting of a recession, or even make it so its effects aren't felt at all. As the recession hits, these tools can help you get through it in one piece financially. Number 1, stay positive. Don't panic. How you decide to manage your money, your household affairs, and pretty much everything else in your life begins with the decisions you make. If you think you can, then you can. If not, then you won't. That's why it's important that you are able to adopt and maintain a positive mindset during these challenging times. It's easy to list dozens, if not hundreds, of things you can and should be doing with your money, but your mind needs to be in the right place first. One of the absolute worst things you can do in times of any financial crisis or even just challenging life situations in general is panic. Panicking has an immediate effect on your decision-making abilities and adds to the already high stress that everyone around you is experiencing. Just like your credit card interest, stress and panic compounds and has a detrimental impact on not just your own judgment and money, but on others around you too. It's important that you reframe your mindset, shut out any negativity, remain positive, and focus on what you can control. Number 2, have an emergency fund. Recessions can be a threat to your finances for a few reasons. First and foremost, there's the chance of a job loss if your employer is forced to make cutbacks. Banks also sometimes tighten access to credit during times of economic trouble, which makes it harder to take out a personal loan if you need one or to refinance loans to lower your payments. To help see you through a job loss and make sure you can cover surprise costs during tough economic times, it's important to have accessible savings. For example, you may need months of living expenses in your savings account that you can access if you need it. Most experts advise having 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up, and with the threat of a 2020 coronavirus recession, it's a good idea to err on the side of saving more. Building up a big emergency fund can take time, so if you want to be prepared for a recession this year, it's a good idea to take steps now to grow your fund quickly. Making temporary drastic spending cuts and picking up a side gig could be good ways to build a large stockpile of cash you could draw on. Number 3, develop multiple income streams. One of the easiest ways to thrive during a recession is to have multiple different sources of income. If you can do this and aren't reliant on money coming in from just one job, you won't have to worry as much about losing one income source. Picking up some freelance work or looking for a side gig can be the easiest and fastest way to develop multiple income streams. You can also invest in income-producing assets, such as stocks that pay dividends. Buying and renting real estate is an option as well, but often requires a large upfront investment and a major hands-on commitment, so that may not be the best approach for everyone. The more diverse your different income sources and the more sources of income you have, the less likely it is that a recession will be a serious blow to your financial security. Number 4, cut spending and live well within your means. Downsizing and learning how to live frugally can be a great strategy. If you can learn to make do with less, you'll increase your savings and you won't find yourself struggling to adapt to a new lifestyle when a recession hits. Living frugally isn't as difficult as it sounds. Despite what the popular opinion may be, a frugal lifestyle isn't about penny pinching or depriving yourself of things that bring you joy. It's actually about making conscious spending choices that reduce discretionary expenses with very minimal impact on your lifestyle. Now would be a good time to get a better understanding of what you truly value and focus your efforts there. If you do that correctly, things will be more than fine. Number 5, get your investments in order. If you are invested in the stock market to any degree, then chances are you have been curious and even worried about the potential impact a recession will have on your money. Truthfully, you have every reason to be concerned, and it's important to ask questions. It's also equally important to have confidence and remain level-headed. Times like these can end up being the difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars for your retirement fund. Here's a tip from financial experts around the world, and perhaps the biggest one you need to know: do not take your money out of the market. If you thought about selling all your investments because you're worried things will get worse, just stop right there and remember, the markets will recover. They have recovered after every downturn since the inception of public markets. If you're investing for a period of 5 years or longer, there have been very few periods with negative returns. What about 10 years? Well, if you're investing for 10 years or longer, there have been virtually no negative results. And if you're investing for 15 years or more, there has never been a period when major North American stock markets did not yield a positive return. So yes, historically, the markets will and always have recovered and resulted in positive returns. But if you pull your money out of the markets, you may miss out on that recovery. Despite the massive tech bubble collapse of 2001 and the major global financial crisis of 2008, An investment worth $10,000 back in 1999 or 2000 would be worth around $35,000 today. The moral of the story: keep your money invested and weather the storm. Number 6. Keep exercising and learning. Start each day with a plan and hold yourself accountable. A walk could be a great way to clear your mind and keep your body active. If you don't like walks, do 15 minutes of floor exercises like planks, jumping jacks, or core work while listening to your favorite sweat songs. Number 7. Keep your credit score high. When credit markets tighten, if anyone is going to get approved for a mortgage, credit card, or another type of loan, it will be those with excellent credit. Things like paying your bills on time, keeping your oldest credit cards open, and keeping your ratio of debt to available credit low will help keep your credit score high. When times are tough, maintain communications with your creditors to keep them happy by making arrangements to keep your accounts in good standing. Many lenders and businesses would rather see you continue to be a customer than have to write off your account as bad debt. Closing thoughts. A recession is largely beyond our control, but what we can control is how we prepare for tough financial times and the decisions we make while we are living through them. Taking precautionary measures and making sound financial decisions to safeguard your financial security can make a world of difference. When you are equipped with the methods and know how to navigate your personal finances during a recession, you will no longer fear the unknown. Instead, you can move forward with confidence knowing that your financial well-being is well protected. Thanks for watching, and we do hope that the last minutes of your time has been worth it. To make the most of your time, subscribe to the channel and check the recommended video section below. There's more for you.